and welcome to Tommy Talks TV, the place to be to build great love relationships. I'd like to start by saying a very big thank you. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and your comments on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. I really, really appreciate you because you're helping us spread the message further, faster. So thank you very much indeed. Now today I'm going to be taking one of your questions, and it goes like this. I'm in love with a lady and I'm planning to settle down with her in a year's time. But these days, she easily gets angry, and when I ask her why, she says she doesn't know what is making her act this way. This is a thing of concern to me. I always pray for God to give us His peace. Now, I don't know whether I should continue with the relationship or not. Now, this is an excellent question, and I'm glad that, you spent time praying about your relationship, because that is really crucial and it's a great first step. But in terms of, the practical issues, I'd like to say that you are right to be concerned if anger is becoming a major feature in your relationship. Now, anger is a normal human emotion, so we all feel angry from time to time. So it's not the fact that we feel angry that's the issue, but it's how we deal with our anger. That's what the issue is. So if we learn how to deal with our anger properly, then it could be constructive in a relationship. But if we don't learn how to deal with our anger properly, then it could be destructive in a relationship. When anger becomes destructive, then it becomes unresolved anger, and that can be toxic in a relationship. So you need to deal with this issue before it damages your relationship and you get to the point where you cannot salvage the relationship any longer. Now, I will say that it's worth looking at this from two perspectives. First of all, you need to ask yourself, is it a case that she is constantly getting angry with you as a person, or is it that she's constantly getting angry with people generally? And, there's a bit of a distinction there. If she generally tends to get angry with people, and when she gets angry with people, she tends to be destructive in the way that she expresses her anger, then that's a general issue that she needs to address as a person, because it simply means that she has not learned how to manage her anger properly. You see, so, we cannot blame other people for the way we respond when we are angry. It's one thing for people to upset you, but it's another thing for you to determine how you will respond to that upset. So she needs to learn more constructive ways to deal with her anger, like communication, learning to talk through issues and resolve issues rather than just blowing up all over people and just getting upset at every little thing, because sometimes people have developed the habit of just giving voice to their anger in any form or fashion, regardless of how it damages the relationship. And what such people need to realize is this: if you keep doing that, you keep verbalizing your anger in destructive ways in a relationship, at some point the relationship will be so fractured that it'll be difficult to put back together again. So she needs to learn more constructive ways of talking through issues, learning to express herself, so that she can be understood, and coming to a reasonable conclusion. And that's a very crucial sign of maturity in a relationship. So if it's a general thing, then that's something that she needs to address as a person, and she needs to take it step by step, because it's quite clear from scripture that you can't go about being angry to people and not resolving that anger, because that is toxic in a relationship. The other side to it is this: if it just tends to be that she gets angry with you, for certain things, then you actually need to sit down as a couple and talk through your relationship and ask yourself, are there things, maybe that you're doing that are specifically upsetting her? Maybe there are areas in which you still both need to adapt to each other. There are things that you need to learn about each other in order to have a harmonious relationship. It's quite normal at the early stages of a relationship, while you're still, learning to get used to each other, for you to have conflict, because, you've grown up a different way, she's grown up a different way, you've had your ideas, she has her own ideas, and when you're trying to come together as a couple, there's a likelihood that there will be friction. That's normal in any relationship, but you see, you have to learn to work through that friction. And if that is what is happening in your relationship, then you actually need to begin to explore the issues that seem to be explosive in your relationship and actually talk through them and see if you can come to some form of agreement and conclusion. But if it's just that she's specifically getting angry with you, and it seems as if, you know, no matter what you do, you can't seem to meet her expectations, then, you know, you need to actually look at it whether or not you need to retreat from the relationship if it doesn't seem to be working. Because if it's gotten to a point where everything that you do annoys her, then it may well be that, you know, you're not cut out for each other, and it may be a good time for you to rethink the relationship. Well, I hope this has helped you. If this has helped you, then please leave me a message on Facebook or Twitter. And if you've got a question you would like me to answer, then head on over to tommytalks.com/ask, and I'll answer your question next time. See you next time. Bye bye.